so I just wanted to introduce what I've been working on a little bit. This is yet another version of my programmable stick setup, and this time, so it's still an Arduino Mega. You might be able to see at the bottom here there's an LCD screen which I got from Adafruit, which I've just been working on the interface for the last few months and then bringing across my old program to it. It's got more than 20 pins available, and so I've just got a header pin here with a right angle that's going out, and down here we've got some PS360s, which I've just got the PS360 and the Arduino connected, so that's how it kind of sends its signals out. Other than that, the LCD itself is all just kind of click in, and so there's a tiny little bit of soldering just because it's a Mega, but other than that it's straightforward. So you can do everything by touch interface now. These buttons are just a relic of the previous version. So for example, if we wanted to do an electric with hay, all you need to do, and so the basic mode or the first mode is the input, so you do input right, neutral, down, down right plus punch, and then you change modes into play. When you play that back you get an electric. So that's nice and easy. The other one, or the kind of next mode, is recording mode. The nice thing about this is, so I've already started it, but it'll wait until you actually input something and then you can play that back, and it starts from the first time there was a command. So I actually use this the least out of all the modes, mainly because, you know, my execution isn't wonderful, and so it defeats the purpose of a programmable stick when you can input things frame by frame anyway. So one of the things I do have is then just a reset, so that takes everything back to where it started. Some of the things that I've been working on are basically allowing you to repeat certain sequences. So if we just input a wave dash, if we play that back normally, then you get one wave dash. Just clear the input again. So a single wave dash, and the fireball motion is to make it smoother when you repeat it. What I've done though is you can set up the number of, so there's a setting here for the starting and the ending frame for repetitions, and then how many times you want to repeat something. So for example, if we wanted to do a couple of wave dashes, then we can do it like that. So that's giving 2 repetitions, so 3 sequences in a row, 1, 2, 3, which is nice and tidy. And then if we wanted to take that a step further, what you can do is put, say, an electric at the end of that, and then you'll do 2 wave dashes or 3 wave dashes into an electric, which works quite well. So the other thing you can do, say if you specifically wanted to repeat something, I'll just reset it again. Can reset it just with the button here as well. So say you just programmed this, you can, there's another thing that lets you, say the frames 0 to 6 were the ones that included your wave dash motion, you can just shift those up and down. So there's 1200 frames total where you can program things in, and that goes for the 2 different players. So say if we wanted to just, and then the other thing you can do, instead of kind of shifting it up and down, you can copy it. So what we can do is say, do it a couple of times, and then just have that play out. And then again, if you wanted to put a wave dash at an electric at the end of that, then it's not too hard to do. So the things that I still want to do, I did have loading and saving functionality, and it's got a micro SD slot there. And I have left kind of a 1200 frame storage area, which I'm thinking about for some future things. So things like training mode, where you could input commands for the computer to do and then play those back, say, at random intervals. So things like throw breaking could be done well with this. Or just kind of having, with 1200 frames, you could divide by 6 or 8 or whatever and have 8 programmed different sequences. And potentially it'd be fairly easy just to set up positions on the screen that allow you to do those different moves. So that's, as always, just things that I'm working on.